When you show up to a new city, you have a penis. You have no value whatsoever. No one wants to hang out with you.
Imagine you're going to be going to Miami. It's your first time going. You have no network out there, zero connections. You have a good IG. You have your network here in Las Vegas. What would be the steps you would take to set yourself up in a city that you haven't established your network in?
Yeah. So I'm going to go first off on Instagram notes, and I'm going to go on like all my platforms and be like, hey guys, I'm going to Miami from this date to this date. I did that. And like girls started hitting me up, so you could use IG notes, and then the other thing is I would post on story that you're going to be in Miami on those dates. Second thing I would do is I would ask someone who lives in that area in Men of Action, hey, do you have a Florida list? So you could get my Florida list or anybody else, like maybe Godwin or Shanka or one of those guys. You could ask them for their Florida list. And so I would do that, and I would be like, okay, what's the event I could go to? And maybe you don't have an event. You just go through all the girls in there and you're like, where do they go? Oh, they all go to Kiki on the river. Okay, they all go to 11 on fucking Friday and Saturday. What you want to do is you want to get in vibe. You want to get in sync with whatever the girls are doing, whatever the cool people are doing. You want to become in sync with that. When you show up to a new city, you have a penis. You have no value whatsoever. No one wants to hang out with you. No one wants you to come to their party. No one wants to know you. No one wants to give you an invite to shit. So what you have to do is you show value, and you have to become in sync with where the cool people are, to the point where you can walk up to 11 and you get in there for free, or you go to, Mr. Jones and all the people there know you. That's what you have to do. But it takes a while to do that. How do you do that? You go through your list, you find girls to go to different parties. So for instance, I don't have this problem in Miami anymore because I invite girls to the Maxim Bitcoin party. I invited girls to the Babes in Toyland event, and then I invite in girls to go on Fresh and Fit, and sometimes I invite girls to go on Saucecast. So my list of girls is pretty big now in Florida, and so when I go to these parties in Florida, I'll just invite all those girls from my Florida list who've already been to one of those events, and now then women introduce me to other women. That is the most important context to the most important point to this whole thing that I'm teaching you guys. Women introduce you to other women. And so that's what you'll learn by, like I said before, you have a big list, you have a bunch of things to invite them to, you invite them, you get as many open threads as you can. And then from there, it's like, okay, when you showed up, you're going to figure out, oh, this girl likes me, this girl doesn't. You go through the logistical questions, and then you would go through connector, suggester, content creator. You figure out which girls like you. And then your text game, like I said before, text game is like, you can be funny, but it's only to get you to the logistics to the next thing.
Yep.
So many guys are bad at pickup. And the reason why they're bad is because they accept validation from women as a win. They're like, yo, I could have fucked that girl. She made out with me. No, she made out with you because she wanted attention, not because you wanted to fuck. That's what you didn't understand, because pickup teaches it the wrong way. You should deny validation. When women try to escalate on you in a club, you should actually be like, okay, that's cool. Let's go somewhere else, or push them, not really push them off, but don't participate. Don't participate.
Give them a slam ball shove off.
Yeah. Don't participate in women escalating on you in the club. They can do it for like a second, but then stop it. Because what happens is you'll have a girl and she'll just grind on you all night at the club. And you'd be like, oh, thank you, got my validation. It's almost like an energy vampire from What We Do in the Shadows. They're like they're like a validation vampire. And they'll suck all the validation from you, and then as soon as they get it, they'll leave with you. You're sitting there with blue balls.
She's almost disqualified you in some cases.
Yes,
the fact that you allowed that to happen disqualified you from even hooking up with her.